Well, more game awards for The Soy of Us Part 2 have been flooding in apparently, and boy does the media just have to talk about that. But even bigger news is The Last of Us 3 story outline has been written. Oh boy, here we go again. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have it better tomorrow. So, it's been a while since there's been any Last of Us Part 2 news, but apparently a couple of things have come out. First off, The Last of Us Part 2 is the first game to have 300 Game of the Year awards. Yeah, so let me ask this question. How many of those were bought and paid for? Yeah, that's the better question. Because they genuinely didn't just get those. The media is all like, oh, we gotta do it. We gotta stick it to the gamers. Because that's how they are. They're spiteful cretins that, they don't really care about gamers or games. They care about the message of what The Last of Us Part 2 delivered is what was important to them. Because game journalists don't really care about video games, and they don't care about the gamers. They just want their activism pushed into video games. That's why they, champion this game so much. According to online tracker GameAwards.net, The Last of Us Part 2 is the first game to ever receive 300 Game of the Year awards, making it the most awarded game in history. Now, why don't we also talk about how many of those got bought and paid for? Because I can guarantee it'd be all of them. You guarantee it. The online tracker looks at Game of the Year awards or both media outlets and Reader's Choice Awards. Oh, of course they will. Yep. And with the combination of those two, The Last of Us Part 2 is now standing at a mighty 300 Game of the Year awards. Of course it is. The only other game to get that close is The Witcher 3, which has 280 awards according to the tracker, which we all know that these game awards, they're all rigged and they're all bought and paid for. I mean, it's not about the gamers. It's about what the media wants. It's, they just want to stick it to actual gamers that actually enjoy games. That's all they care about doing. That's why I still think, this is just my opinion, but there were other good candidates for Game of the Year, like Ghost of Tsushima, for example. That's one that I think could have definitely been Game of the Year. Fantastic game, as well as Hades. I think Hades also was another one that could have been Game of the Year. I recently got to play that, and God, is that a fun game. I mean, I really love it. But that's my point. There were so many candidates that were there that definitely deserved it way more than this game. Because this game, to me, was never Game of the Year material. It never should have been there. But, like I said, of course, they were going to push this game. Because, it's all about game journalists. It's not about the gamers, which is stupid. Because, that's what the awards should be. It should be celebrated by actual gamers. But, you have, articles out there that praised this game so much that they were like, "Oh, 10 out of 10 masterpiece, stunning and brave." That's basically the way that IGN had it. And many other, articles out there that just praised this game. And it's definitely not 10 out of 10. Like, no way. This game, they try to act like it's the best game ever, but far from it. Far from it. But there's more news. The Last of Us 3 story outline has been written, director reveals. But third game isn't currently in production, Naughty Dog co-presidents claim. Of course, Sony really wants to get in on that. They really want to push everything into this brand. A story outline has already been written for a potential third game, The Last of Us series, but it's not currently being developed. Naughty Dog's creative director Neil Druckmann revealed on the Script Apart podcast, as transcribed by IGN, the outline detailing what happens after the second game already exists, and that he'd like to see it being made into a game one day. Oh, I can tell you right now, if that game gets made, it's going to be a complete failure. It's going to be a big failure. I don't know how much I want to reveal, Druckmann explained. Oh, yeah, of course not. You don't want to reveal much, because then if you do, people won't buy it. I'm sure of it. Oh, I'm sure of it. Co-writer Haley Gross did write an outline for a story that we're not making, but I hope one day can see the light of day that explores a little bit what happens after this game. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, while The Last of Us 2 did sell well, the reason why is because it sold off the coats of an excellent game, because the original Last of Us was a fantastic game in my opinion. So of course, a lot of people were hyped, but of course, at the same time, people were expecting something great out of Last of Us 2 because the first game was so good. And then of course, the second game, it does sell well, But then, of course, it dropped off. Like within what I think it was like 2 weeks after the game came out, the sales just started dropping. I think it had like a 85% drop. I mean, it was a high percentage. It was ridiculous. I mean, it goes to show that people didn't care for it. People were getting rid of the game. The game was just sitting on shelves rotting. I mean, that's what was going on. After we finish one of our big titles, we take a long time to explore different ideas. Whether it's going to be The Last of Us 3, whether it's something new, whether there's some old franchise we want to go back to, he explained. Naughty Dog is currently working on PlayStation 5 remake of the original Last of Us, according to Bloomberg report. See, here's my question. Why, though? I mean, why remake the game again? Like, nobody asked for that remake. I mean, I get it. Yeah, money. I mean, that's obviously the main reason. But still, I mean, I don't see the reason for a remake. I really don't. I really don't. The report claims that the project was originally in development of PlayStation's visual art service group before the studio switched to a support role on the game. The remake's development is now reportedly being led by series creator Naughty Dog, which is said to have taken charge of the project following the completion of The Last of Us Part 2, which was released in June 2020. Following its release, The Last of Us Part 2 sales cleared 4 million copies worldwide in 3 days, making it the fastest selling PS4 exclusive to date. But what they also don't bring up is that within a week of the game being out, it was just sitting there rotting on shelves. I mean, that's the one thing that they don't talk about, because the leaks and what all Naughty Dog was doing to content creators, going and false copyright striking people. It was disgusting what they were doing. The leaks also made people just not care about the game. And, for those who did buy it, a lot of people were just disgusted with the game. They just did not like it. They couldn't stand it. I mean, who wants to play a game that's going to make them miserable? But I bet you that this game will come out. I bet you that Neil Druckmann will make it all about Abby, because, can't have Last of Us now without Pro Golfer Abby. But I bet you right now they're going to have like a whole new idea. She is going to have a new finisher, not just the golf club, but this time she'll probably take a bowling ball and smash someone's head in. This will be seriously like terrible game. Terrible. Absolutely abysmal in my opinion. And Neil Druckmann, I'm sure he's going to get that out. I'm sure he is. And you know what? We're all going to laugh at it, because it's not going to be the success that these game journalists and everyone protecting the game thinks it's going to be. It's not going to sell as well, because The Last of Us Part 2 damaged the entire IP. It damaged the brand of the game. And now, it's not going to be as successful. And if it comes out, we're all just going to laugh at it. It'll be hilarious, because it's going to be so bad. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you were still subscribed, because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you were still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord and Minds. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the newest videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on both Discord and Minds. The links are in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow can always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.